Hello everybody, welcome back to another Saturday Anything Goes. I hope you guys are having a good weekend with if you're under the shelter in place order. We've been under it for probably 3 weeks now, but I did it even before then because of hubby. And I'm going stir crazy. I have just baked and cooked and I don't know what all. Spent time in my craft room, taking the dog for a walk. Anyway, so deep cleansing breath. We will get through this, right? All right. Well, for tonight, I need to make a birthday card. So I was thinking about different techniques because I know that we've kind of been doing some special fold cards and things like that. And one of the things that I haven't done in a really long time is paper piecing. And I don't know if y'all have ever done that. It's guaranteed to get glue all over my fingers, so yay for that. But it's going to work out beautifully for the card that we're going to make tonight. Hello, Patricia. Thanks for joining. So we're going to be using the Peaceful Poppies, Painted Poppies. I can never remember the name of the DSP, but you know, the one with the poppies on it. Something very bright and colorful for a birthday. And as far as the stamp said Painted Poppies, all we're going to use out of this is, what are we going to use out of this? Nothing. Never mind. It's this I want, the Peaceful Moments, because if you open it up, that's where our poppy dies are. And this is the one that we're going to be using. I also went ahead and cut the flower stamens, I think is what they are, out of black. So I got that little bit done. But what happens when you die cut this, and I've got one die cut, it cuts it out to where you've got the frame of the flower. So all the little pieces then will fall out. And so I was playing around with it thinking, do I want to do this in Poppy Parade? Do I want to do it in Flirty Flamingo? Because those are the main colors that are in our floral paper. And I thought, you know, I love them both, so why not use them both? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be cutting this out twice. Once out of Flirty Flamingo, once out of Poppy Parade. And then what I'll do is use one color for the frame, like this, and the other color we will use the actual pieces that go in, and that will be our paper piecing. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Hi, Marie. How are you today? All right. Hey, Patricia. So let's get started. It's really a pretty simple card because the main part of it, I wanted to be showing you how to do the paper piecing if you've not done that before. So we'll start with get the stamens out of the way, card base of Poppy Parade. It is a top folding card. And then, and this is 4 1/4 by 11, scored and folded at 5.5. So I cut my paper to be 1/4 of an inch smaller than that. So 4 inches by 5 1/4. And we're going to have a white panel. And that looks pretty, but the white just really kind of takes over everything. So I thought, well, how can I make the DSP stand out a little better? And I thought about using some black because, after all, we will have the black stamen for the flower. So, you know, it'll still blend in. And so I cut this to be 1/8 of an inch shorter and narrower. And that way, I think what you'll find is that the black is really going to set off the poppy paper. And now the white doesn't take over. So it really leads your eye all the way through the cards. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue these down because really we're not going to be doing an awful lot with them. We're going to be concentrating on that center panel. So I'll just glue this down real quick, see if I can get on there semi-straight anyway. not too bad. Shift that down a little. Okay. And then I'm going to straight glue this to the card base. So we're getting all the easy stuff out of the way so we can have fun playing with our paper piercing, or piecing. I don't know why I call it piercing. All right, so there we go. Now we can have fun playing with this part. So I've got a piece of ribbon cut. We might use that. And I have Happy Birthday mounted. So we will use that. And actually, I think what I want to do is go ahead and stamp that Happy Birthday. Because, oops, let me bring this back in here. Pardon my reach. So we're going to have this like this. I just want to make sure I'm putting my Happy Birthday at the right spot. And I'm just going to use some good old Memento black. Make sure that's inked up well. Matter of fact, I think I'll stamp it because I'm not sure if I have used this one before. Oh yeah, that's nice. All right, so I'll see if I can do this straight. Come on, paper, work with me. It's going to go right here. Beauty. Even got it straight. And we'll save our ribbon for a little bit later. Now what I want to do, I have 2 pieces of colored cardstock. There's my Poppy Parade. There's my Flirty Flamingo. I'm going to step away from you for just a moment, and I'm going to cut these both out. Marie, you're making Easter cards. Well, good for you. That's a great way. I know a lot of people that are used to going to church tomorrow to start off Holy Week are kind of feeling, I don't know what, isolated or left out. But luckily, most of the churches around our area are doing online services, so that's really nice. The other really nice thing about that is nobody can hear me sing off key, except for my husband, and he's, hard of hearing anyway, so. All right, so there's one, and as you can see, the pieces will fall right out, like that, and then, where's my little thingy here? Poke that through, and there is one frame. So let me do the Poppy Parade next, and then we'll get to, you can help me decide which of these colors we're going to use as the frame and which we're going to use as the inserts. Slide that off. Mine usually stick to the plate, so I'm happy I don't have to scrape them off. And that's all we need to do for that. All right. So back we come. Just trying to make sure I am in frame here. So we don't need that. We don't need that. And where'd my little Dumaflagy go? I just had it. There it is. Just poke that out. And we're done with that die for now. All right. And I do want to kind of have the white panel on there so I can gauge which is going to look better. And here's why. Part of it, the flower is going to hang out or hang off over to where it spills over onto the DSP. So I want to see, is the red going to look best or is the Flirty Flamingo? So this is what the red would be like. And then I'll just do a couple of these for you. Yeah. Okay. I really did know how these went in there. Anyway, you get the picture, right? So we can do it that way with the red frame and the peak inserts, or we can do the pink frame with, come on, gimme. the red inserts. What do you guys think? Anybody have a preference? Some of these, it's easy to tell where they go. Kind of like doing puzzles. But anyway, that gives you, I think, a good enough sense of what it would look like if we used the pink frame or if we used the Poppy Parade frame. So what do you guys think? Huh? Anybody? Red with the pink? Mm-hmm. That would be pretty. Anybody else? Oh gosh, Marie, you're making chicken chili for dinner? Oh, I love chicken chili. Just tell me you don't put beans in it. I'm from Texas. We eat our beans on the side. Okay, so far it's looking like red with the pink insert. So let's go ahead and do that. And let me show you how we're going to do this. So the first thing I want to do is just kind of figure out where this is going to go as far as hanging off. And the reason this is important, I'm going to need enough space on the panel to at least glue a part of the insert onto. So I'm not going to glue the whole thing because I want to pop this up on dimensionals, but I'm thinking we're going to do it like that. So let me pull that aside. I better get out my silicone mat because yeah, it's going to get pretty gluey. Okay, so I think what I'll do is, I like that placement. I'm going to take a glue dot and put it in the very middle on the back to hold it in place. And that's really all I'm going to do for the frame as far as gluing. Okay, maybe I'll do two, because parts of it are going to hang off, so I want it to have a bit of a free form. All right, that should be good. Okay, so back to this, and I'm thinking, let me double check and bring this back. I'm thinking right there. Okay, so that part was easy, right? All right, now we get to put all the little pink pieces in here. So let me figure out what goes to what. Okay, that one's going to go there. So bring out my glue. And what I'm going to do is I can glue all along the white part, right? Because we know that that's what we want it to stick to. So let me slide this in, and I'm just going to hold it firmly for a moment. And that's our first one. Yay! All right, that one goes there. So I made almond cookies. They are my husband's absolute favorite cookies. So I had just enough almond extract to make a batch. Yeah, we're both on sugar overload from those, but oh, they're so good. So easy to make and so good. No, Linda, not the red ones, the pink ones. Whew, that was close. All right, so that one's gonna go there, yep. And why is it that I'm putting it on the white and not on the actual back of these? And I might just drag a little glue down there, but some of these pieces are pretty tiny. The little prongs, and my glue doesn't want to come out. Come on, there we go. So I'll just put a little bit on these edges, but that's why I'm putting it on the actual white portion of the panel, because I think it will stick better to that. Now here, this is going to be interesting because we don't have, not that one, where is it? We don't have very much white space that we can glue to. But luckily, this is a very small piece. So this is another instance, where I think just applying it to the white piece, and I got a little bit of glue on me, but that's okay. There. Just poke those down and make sure they're in. Okay. So, while it isn't connected back here, we have just enough on the white space to give it a good connection. All right, 2 more pieces and then we'll be done with our paper piecing. And if you look at your dies just every once in a while, look at things that do cutouts. Those are perfect for doing paper piecing. Okay, our last one. And I'm going to drag the tail of this. I've got a little bit of glue right there. So this tail, I'm just going to drag through it, since it's too small for me to get the head of the glue in. Okay, wow, look, we're done with that, and we didn't even make a huge mess. Woo! Okay, now let's think, let me put this away quickly, if we want the ribbon. Since we did the red frame with the pink, I think we can get away with it. If we'd done the pink with the red, I think that might have been too much red. But, do I like it that way or that way? Now I'm going to have to trim it a little bit so I don't get those little fuzzy ends. Let's see if that'll work. I think that'll do. All right, so for this, I'm going to use some tear and tape. Always works well. And I want it right there. Hopefully I did that straight. Trim that up real quick. Don't want any. And yes, this panel was one I had already started working on something for and decided I didn't like it. So never be afraid to repurpose the other side, especially when you have a pretty design like this. And where did this come from? This came from Positive Thoughts. Yep, it's that die right there. Pretty, pretty, pretty. I've used it quite a bit this season. Alrighty, so this right there. Alright, and now, oh wait, hold on. We have to put our little center and stamens. I think that just really makes it, don't you? That's why I felt comfortable putting a black frame. So for this, I'm going to bend up these just a tad. They're thick enough at the bottom that they can take a little bit of bending. And then I'll use another glue dot for the back. And right there. Oh, I like that. I like that. Okay, let's finish this baby up. Dimensionals. I'm going to use the same things I used last week because this is such a big area. And plus, I'm out of the large dimensionals. I'm just going to use some of our foam strips. They work really well for things like this. So, I'm sure everybody has stories about things that have happened since we've been sheltering in place. And most of them are probably pretty funny. And, you know, I've been taking this whole shelter-in-place thing, I think, pretty calmly and sensibly. until today when I had groceries delivered. And I left instructions. There's a basket on the front porch. Just drop the groceries in there, ring the doorbell, and I will get them. Meaning, of course, I don't know if it was me, I would know, okay, I ring the doorbell and I leave, right? So I was doing something in the kitchen and I heard the doorbell ring. So I went out there and I opened the door without looking out, and she's standing right there in front of me. No mask, no gloves, and I swear I just wanted to slam the door, but I didn't. I was polite. She had ice cream she was worried that would melt if she just set it down out there. So bless her heart, she was trying to do the right thing. I offered her some hand sanitizing wipes as I sent her on her way. Brought the groceries in, doused everything in hand sanitizer, washed my hands 3 times, and used hand sanitizer before I felt like I was okay. I know. Overboard, right? I just, when you don't have much contact with people during something like this, it can kind of startle you. All right. So this is basically our card. I like it, but yeah, we got to add a little something, something. Got to have some bling bling for a birthday. So let's see what we want. What do I have? I need something kind of large because we're working with pretty large. Ooh, would that green work with? I know that's old olive back there. Oh, but you know what? The lovely lovely lipstick is pretty close. So let's see what else Linda has. Could just do rhinestones. I still haven't used much of my elements, but nope. Oh, there's one sticking to me already. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I try it with, let me just hold these up. So that would be the color. It's not too far off for the green. And this would be the color. And again, I mean, with the kind of glitter stuff in it, it really doesn't have much of a pink tone to it. So I think we could get away with using that as well. Clorox wipes on deliveries before. Yeah, I hear you. I mean, I took everything except the ice cream. I actually took everything out of the bags while it was on the front porch. And I have one specific counter where I set things that might be contaminated so that then I can rinse everything off and put it away. So, hey, Karen. Oh, thank you, Brenda. All right, guys. Nobody's helping me here. What do you think I should use? Because, if you don't chime in, I might use both. I am liking that. And I do have 3 sizes? Nah. I only have 2 sizes of that. I've got 3 sizes of the green. So let me just, you know what? I think I'm going to go with the green. There's plenty of red on here. So, I could even put it in the center. No. Let's just do this. So, let's just put one down here. And then let's put, I like one right next to the happy birthday, but I think I want it to be a smaller one. Let's do a bitty one. Yeah, I like that. And then our medium, we can do, how about right there? I'm kind of liking that. And then last, where is it? Come on, don't hide from me. A little wink of Stella on just the flirty flamingo parts. I think this will make it look really nice. I'm about to run out of this. I think it's time to order another one. Somebody told me you can add a little bit of alcohol, and that'll help. I think they said some of the stuff kind of gets clogged towards the bottom. But I always worry about using alcohol with things. So I think we're good with that. All right, gang. So there is our Peaceful Poppies birthday card done with paper piercing. Or piecing. Good Lord. Paper piecing. Okay. So red in the center. Well, hang on. I just happen to have them here. Let's try that. Do you want a big one? Oh, I kind of like that. Let's do that. Of course, that gives me an even number, so you know I now have to take one more to keep it from being an even number. Now, I don't have any little bitty ones where I'd put that there. So let's put it right up here. There we go. That way I got a triangle this way and a triangle that way. So I'm happy. Okay, gang, that is all I have for you tonight. I really just want to do something fun but simple. So I hope you'll look through your dies and give this a whirl. You're just using pieces and parts of leftover, scraps of leftover cardstock, so not like you're going to waste a bunch. Okay, thank you, Karen. Thank you, Marilyn. Thanks, Marie. Thank you, Lenny, for that suggestion of the red in the center. All right, I'm going to let you all get back to your Saturday night. So I hope you have a blessed day tomorrow. And remember, stay safe, check on your neighbors, and wash your hands. Bye, y'all.